Hey, how's it going? Today I'm talking about, should you train for Dopey on your own or with a coach?
This is Running to the Castle, a podcast for injury-prone RunDisney runners on a journey to running magical miles. Join me, Dr. Allie, as I share the secrets I've gathered as a runner, doctor of physical therapy, and coach. You'll learn the exact ways I get my clients to the castle strong without feeling broken or held together with KT tape as they cross the finish line.
Today, I want to talk to the runners who are getting ready for Dopey 2026 and feeling that pressure to get it right. Maybe you've already downloaded the training plan. Maybe you're thinking about hiring a coach, or maybe you're wondering if you can just figure it out on your own. In this episode, I'm going to walk you through how to figure out which path is best for you, building your own training strategy or working with someone who's done this before. Because yes, some runners can absolutely train themselves, but others, they don't have the time, margin, context to sift through every blog, Reddit post, Facebook comment, and that's where Stronger, Faster Finisher comes in. So who should train on their own? We'll start with those people, the people who can and maybe should train on their own. These runners, you have the time to read, research, experiment, and recover. You're curious and self-motivated. You like playing with schedules. You like playing with paces, figuring things out, trying different gear, shoes, workouts, things like that. You have a background in strength, running, exercise science, or you're a coach yourself. You have experience running longer races already. Maybe you've done a marathon or you've even done Dopey before. Or you're signed up for Dopey 2027, not 2026. So you've got room for trial and error. You enjoy testing things and you don't get discouraged if something doesn't work out the first time. You hold yourself accountable and you don't need external motivation to stay consistent. If that's you, that's amazing. Do your thing. You probably don't need to hire somebody like me. Maybe just stick around for tips and inspiration. I'd love to have you here and keep tweaking what works best for you. But now let's talk about who shouldn't train alone. Because the truth is, figuring it out yourself costs more than just time. If you're signed up for Dopey 2026, you've got about 6 months before things get really serious. You don't have the time to trial and error your way through it. If you're working full time, balancing family, or already stretched thin, you probably don't have time to go deep into Facebook, Reddit, running blogs, more podcast episodes to find what might work for you. If you've tried a plan before and still ended up in pain, that's not your fault. Most plans don't account for your pace, your recovery timeline, or your body. And if you've ever opened a comment thread and thought, wait, should I run in carbon-plated shoes? Or should I do back-to-back long runs? Should I be running 20 miles by November? Only to feel overwhelmed? That's a sign you need help, because not all advice is created equal. And a lot of what you see on Facebook or Reddit is the exception, not the rule. You know those people that say, oh, I barely even trained for that marathon and I was fine. You can totally run a marathon without training. Sure, someone can run 26 miles without training, but it doesn't mean it's good for you. It doesn't mean that you should do it. Or just because someone can run 26.2 miles during training a month before the race and they feel great, doesn't mean that's what you should do. If you don't know how to filter that advice or be able to tell what applies to you, that's when having a coach matters. And you don't need to do this alone. You can, but you don't have to. And if you already feel behind, burnt out, in pain, building it all from scratch is probably not the best use of your energy. A few things to ask yourself. Do I have the time and energy to build my own plan? Do I know how to adjust for pain, life events, skipped long runs, fatigue? Can I recognize when advice I read online doesn't apply to me? Do I trust myself to stay consistent without feedback or accountability? If you answered no to more than one of those, then yeah, it might be time to work with someone. Stronger, Faster Finisher isn't just a plan. It's a system built for runners like you, runners who want to finish Dopey strong, not broken, and who don't have the time to figure it out all from scratch. So if this episode spoke to you and you feel like you're someone who would benefit from having a coach this time around for Dopey, I would love to have you in Stronger, Faster Finisher. Registration starts June 26th. If you want to make sure you're notified as soon as registration opens, go ahead and send me a DM on Instagram, runDisney DPT. You don't have to do it alone, but if you do, I hope it works beautifully. And if you want support, I'm here when you're ready. If you're feeling nervous about whether you can actually cross the finish line at Dopey, if you've been training hard but still wondering, will I really make it? I want you to know there's a better way. Stronger, Faster Finisher is built for runners just like you, the slow, injury-prone, not really a runner, runners who aren't chasing a podium. You're chasing a personal record in fun. You want those castle photos, those character stops, that pineapple cider at the finish line without feeling broken, defeated, or like you barely survived. Inside Stronger, Faster Finisher, you'll build your training smarter with the right mileage, the right pacing, and the right recovery. So you don't just survive Dopey. You'll finish it strong, proud, and smiling, exactly the way you imagined. As always, thanks so much for listening. That's all for now. Talk to you soon.